hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two or more, that in the mouth of two or three witnesses every word may be established. Okay? John 18:17. It is also written in your law that the testimony of two men is true. Okay? Deuteronomy 17:6. At the mouth of two witnesses or three witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of one witness he shall not be put to death. Okay? But Paul tells Titus that, my witness is true. He sends him a letter and he starts telling people to rebuke people sharply and everything, and just says, my witness is true. And that's it. All right. So, here we go. Let's go to Romans 11:13. Let's talk about Paul's authoritativeship. Okay. Romans 11:13. For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles. I magnify my office. Okay? This brother's saying that he magnifies his office. Now, if you look up this word Gentile here, it's ethnos. It's the very same word that it was used when Messiah sent out the 12. Ethnos. Okay? These are things that we have to question. If Messiah sent the 12 out to the ethnos, then why would Paul say he's the Gentile, the apostle to the Gentiles? Okay? So, okay. Matthew's 28:19. That's where he sends out the 12. Okay. Alright, so the problem is that maybe we think Paul was one of the 12. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe we don't know who the 12 are. Because a lot of time if you ask people who were the 12 apostles, they'll tell you Mark, Luke, Matthew, John, James. Because they don't know that Luke and Mark weren't even part of the 12. But because it's in the Bible, they say that Mark, Luke, and Paul were part of the 12. They even start calling Jude and Titus and all these people, they start calling them the 12. But this is what happens. Let's go back to Matthew chapter 10, verse 2. Alright? Now the names of the 12 apostles are these. The first, Simon, who is called Peter, and Andrew his brother, James the son of Zebedee, and John his brother, Philip and Bartholomew, Thomas and Matthew the publican, James the son of Alphaeus, and Labius, whose surname was Thaddeus, Simon the Canaanite, and Judas Iscariot, who also betrayed him. These 12 Yeshua sent forth, and commanded them, saying, Go not into the way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. Okay? These are the names of the 12 commanded to take the message to the nations. Okay? With the warning not to go into the manner of the nations. Don't do it what the nations do. Okay? So the question may be, well, Judas Iscariot died, right? Okay. It's a fair question. Okay? But this is what happened. All right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 16, verse 19. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Okay? And whatsoever whatsoever is bound on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Okay? So this is what Messiah told Peter. Okay? After the Father revealed to Peter that Yeshua was the son of El. Okay? So he was given the authority to bind and to loosen things. Okay. So what happened was, after he was given the authority, after the 12 were given the authority to go out into the nations, so on and so forth. Now, Peter knew and understood that you got the 12 tribes. You got the 12 pillars. In Revelation, if Paul was such a great apostle, why is he not included in the 12 gates on the 12 pillars? You said, where is his reward? I mean, 12 is all over the place, okay? But let's read this. Acts 1, chapter 24. And they prayed and say, Thou, Master, which knowest the hearts of all men, show whether of these two thou hast chosen, that he may take part of this ministry and apostleship, from which Judas by transgression fell, that he might go to his own place. And they gave forth their lots, and the lot fell upon Matthias, and he was numbered with the 11 apostles. Okay, so Peter, having the authority to pick someone, he humbled himself and prayed and cast lots and let Yah make a choice between these two brothers. Okay, and these two brothers had to actually be there from the beginning of Messiah's ministry. Remember Elisha and Elijah. Okay, Elisha asked Elijah for a double portion. Elijah said, that's a hard thing, but I'll do it for you if you see me ascend into the heavens. Look at what happened with the 12. They saw Messiah ascend into the heavens. You see, Moses passed down the authority to Yehoshua. Elijah passed it down to Elisha. Yahweh passed it down to the son Yeshua. Yeshua passed it down to the 12. This is a passing down of authority. Paul did not receive this authority from Messiah. On the other hand, when everybody wants to, credit Paul for his teaching, the authority that they credit is Gamaliel. All right, it's something that we need to question. Okay, according to Paul's testimony, he is an apostle, but let's look at his testimony and his doctrine and see if it matches the doctrine or character of Messiah. Okay? And the men which journeyed with him stood speechless, hearing a voice but seeing no man. All right? And they that were with me saw indeed the light and were afraid, but they heard not the voice of him that spake unto me. This is in Acts 22:9. Acts 22:9-7 says that they heard the voice. All right? Acts 22:9 says that they didn't hear the voice. Okay? Now, the thing is, this hearing or heard is actually Strong's numbers 199 and 191. In Acts chapter 9, verse 7, the word hearing is Strong's numbers 191. In Acts 22, verse 9, the Strong's number is 191. I've had a brother that told me in Acts 191, it says that they heard the voice, but in Acts chapter 22:9, that word heard means that they didn't understand. Okay? That's not what it's talking about. Both of those things are both Strong's numbers 191. They both mean the same thing. Okay? Acts chapter 9, verse 6. And he, trembling and astonished, said, Master, what wilt thou have me to do? And the master said unto him, Arise, and go into the city, and it shall be told to thee what thou must do. All right? Now, he tells him in Acts chapter 9, verse 6, he says that Messiah told him what to do. All right? Now, let's go to Acts chapter 26, verse 16. But rise and stand upon thy feet, for I have appeared unto thee for this purpose, to make thee a minister and a witness, both of these things which thou hast seen, and of those things in which I will appear unto thee, delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles, unto whom now I send thee, to open their eyes and to turn to them. Okay, Acts 26, verse 18. You guys could go ahead and read it. My point is, in Acts chapter 9, he says that he told them, go into the city and it's going to be told to you what to do. And by the time he gets to Acts chapter 26, he says that Messiah explained everything to him right there and then. So we have a contradiction in testimony, okay? So these are the things that we have to see. This brother's character is contradictory. He contradicts himself. He says that he was sent out to the Gentiles.